Hey lovelies, I welcome you all to my channel. This is Joieblissworld and my name is Joy. I also greet you all according to your time. If today is your first time of seeing this face or you are just coming across this channel for the first time, why not do well by just clicking on the subscribe button, that red button there, and don't also forget to turn on your post notification bell so you don't miss out on my videos. Let's go into today's video. I was supposed to do this video last year, but I got so busy that I couldn't do it. Well, a lot of you have been asking me this question like, I thought you relocated to Canada. How come you're in the UK? Or how come we are now seeing maybe UK content on your channel? Well, this was what really happened. I've mentioned it before on this channel that the Canadian application took a long time before it got approved, like 4 years plus. At a point, we thought they had abandoned the application. In fact, we moved on. We moved on because sometimes when you've done all the things you think you can do, and it's not still working out, you let it go, you let it be. So that was our own case. We moved on, and my husband gained admission into one of the universities in the UK. He came alone, and I was left with the kids back home in Nigeria. After some weeks, you know, we later went to join him. The period it was not with us, it was not funny because we are used to doing things together. You understand? So when we got to the UK, the first thing that welcomed us was the weather, the cold. It was like we entered the freezer because that period it was really very hot. The time we moved away from Nigeria, it was hot that period. So despite the fact that we went into a very good place, we were not bothered because we were kitted. In fact, we had our thick jackets. Like that, he welcomed us. We went home. We were happy. In fact, I slept till the following day because relocation is not easy. And when you've got kids, double stress. And I was having a sucking baby as well. I was breastfeeding him at intervals in the plane. Started settling down. I had to go open bank account. I went to get my BRP like that. But that period was the time the children were on holiday, so we couldn't really put them in school. We just applied. So they stayed at home for like 1 month plus before they were registered in school. My baby couldn't go, it's just a baby. So the older ones gained admission. Then my husband too also resumed school for that term, like that. We were managing ourselves. I was liking the environment, compared to what we used to hear about UK, that UK is very economical, it's very this, is very that. It was not looking like it when I came. Maybe because I had conditioned my mind. I don't know. I was just loving the environment. The serenity was top notch. You know, I was making new friends. In fact, for the very first time, I got to know that Scottish people had their own language. I was trying to understand their language because there's a way they will speak their English. The accent will be reflecting in their English. So I was trying to learn their language. The kids too were trying to adapt to the environment. They were also making new friends. We also located our church here in UK. So it was like a big family too when we located the church. Everybody welcomed us well like that. I was just liking the place. Then reality setting. I thought I would get a job at most 2 months. The job search started. We started looking for a job. I was looking for a job. Sometimes even when I get the job, when the interview comes up, maybe the accent, I won't just understand what they are saying, and the thing will just go like that. So I did so many certifications online, both free and paid ones, just to like boost my CV. Then along the line, I got a job, but I was told to resume like the following month. So I was just happy that at least I finally got a job. Like it was just pending there. Then for their transport system here, oh, UK has a good transport system. I can rate it, say, 75 to 80%. Their transport system is so nice that even if you don't have your ride, your personal ride, you can move. You can move freely, and they also have a good pathway where you can walk to. Maybe if you are the type that likes to walk, you can also walk to your place of work or maybe to your church or anywhere you want to. So I just like the transportation system here. Don't forget, we abandoned the Canadian application since it was not working out. So one day, I was just all alone in the house. My husband had school, gone to school. I picked my phone. I said, let me just send a mail to IRCC, at least to tell them that how far. All people still remember that this family applied, though. That kind of a mail now. Lo and behold, they responded. They responded. Very unusual because we've been sending mails, we're not getting any feedback. And when they did, they asked us to submit some things. Ha! For an application that we've not even thought of for more than a year now. We started racking our brain because we had even forgotten some things about the application. We had moved on. Me and my husband were like, life goes on. UK is also a nice place. We can't stay here. So when they asked for things, to submit some things, we started running up and down. But to God be the glory, we were able to send the whole stores. And the next May, about maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, we were told to go do medicals. And when you're asked to go for your medicals, your application is almost approved like that. And that will be the fourth medical, you understand, that we are going for. We didn't mind. We went for the medicals. Maybe in less than 2 weeks, we are told to submit our passport for visa stamping. Wow. I said, what kind of blessing is this one? We just moved down to the UK, and now this Canadian application that we have been waiting for since, it's not that it now clicked. So, but when they asked us to submit our passports, my kids' passports were almost expiring. So we wanted to renew them, but somehow we couldn't renew it. We submitted it like that. When they finally stamped the passports, they gave us a deadline to land Canada. They said, oh no, before that day, we should land Canada. Otherwise, we forfeit the whole thing. That was how we started making plans to uh, travel. We booked our flights like that. And we finally landed. When we landed, I was loving the place. In fact, wide road. That was the first thing I saw. I said, man, the road so wide. And that period we went, it was summer period. It was hot. That period was hot. Aberdeen was far colder than Canada that period. Ha! I said, is this not Canada that they said is very cold? Then I was made to understand that Saskatchewan is a flat land. When it is cold, it's very cold. When it is hot, it's also very hot. So we're liking the place. We are visiting so many places. I have many of those videos on my channel. You can check them out. We visited the lake. I went to the swimming pool. I was enjoying Canada. But on the other hand, I was telling myself, hey, I have to go back to UK because I was not fully settled because we left the application for long. We were not ready. When I say we are not ready to fully settle, you get. So some people were like, stay. Somebody has to stay, so that this and that. But my inner peace was more important to me. And the question now came, would you like to stay back with the kids? And my husband going back to UK to go finish his studies because he was just barely how many months into his studies. He still had like a long way to go. That plan didn't really go well with me because fine, it will have saved costs in a way that instead of getting another ticket to come back to the UK, I will have saved it by just staying back. After all, my husband will join maybe in a year's time or so. But I looked at it. One, my husband is a student in the UK and is only entitled to 20 hours per week to work. I am the dependent. I can work 40 hours. You understand? So, if he is in the UK and I'm in Canada, how do we assist ourselves? I don't know where you are getting at my point. And besides, I just got this job that I've been longing for, and I'm about to forfeit it. And again, looking at another financial aspect, he will be paying rent in the UK. He will also be paying our rent here in Canada. I said it will be too stressful for him because it's not easy to be a student and to be a family person. If you are a student and you're a family person, you understand where I'm coming from. So we're just trying to weigh everything. If I stay back, I know job is out of it. Probably I will have just been into content creation. You understand? Because how will I do it? If I want to go for job interviews, nobody to leave the kids with. Unlike the way I'm doing it now in the UK, when my husband is at work, I'm with the kids. When I'm at work, my husband's with the kids. That's how we are currently doing it in the UK here. But it wouldn't have been possible like that because he's not with us, and I can't keep bothering people with my issues. Maybe I'll say I have a friend, let my friend help me with my kids. No, I wouldn't want to bother anybody. Okay, another option was for me to get a nanny. That would have been penny wise, pound foolish, because I had not started earning. So where will I get money to be paying nanny? You get? So that one was out of it. And again, if you don't have your personal car in Canada, it could be very difficult as well. And getting a car instanta was almost not in view. Don't forget, we are just settling in the UK when the Canada application got approved. So a lot of money was spent already. The good thing was that the time we went was during summer, yes, where we can still go out, you can go on public buses. But I looked at it, once winter comes now, how will I be taking this my people out? Even how will I even be going out? You get? So even though we are trying to save costs of flights to come back to the UK, in the long run, I was also considering what will happen. And how you start a thing matters a lot. How you start a thing determines how you end it. These kids were just acclimatizing in the UK. Now we are bringing them here to start acclimatizing. So some people were like, hey, let them just fully just acclimatize. But then it would have been easy. It would have been easy because that period was hot. They were already having heat rashes. Coming from a cold place to hot place, it was not really easy on them. I was just considering everything. I said, okay, what if I want to go for school runs? Maybe I want to go and fix them in school. How will I do myself? All alone? Eh? Then my husband that is also a student, he also needs emotional support. Because I remember one time they were giving assignments. He was so busy that he didn't even have time to eat. I just imagined what if I was not around? How would they have been cooking? Even though he tried to cook, it would have been too much on him. Okay, let's look at the communication aspect. When you are physically communicating with somebody, it's not the same as communicating with somebody over the phone. There's no amount of call you call somebody that will look like physical communication. I didn't want to miss that aspect. I didn't want to miss the physical communication. I didn't also want to be separated because of relocation. Why should I do that? I didn't want to be, even though people say it's just for a while. The truth is, sometimes you may live not to forget some things in a hurry. Because you just be wondering, look at the way I just started this whole thing. And this is in Canada we've been planning. I didn't want to just start it confused. I just felt relocating needs planning. You need to just settle down to plan this thing well. You don't have to rush into it. Take your time. I was like, what if it had not worked out? Would I not have coped? I'd already moved on. So we sat down and we reasoned it that let's just go back to the UK. He will finish his school and we'll settle that, we'll plan ahead. Now that we have known some places, now that we have known where to get our accommodation, now we've known the kind of school the kids will love to go, then we can plan proper. Like even before we go there, finally, we can plan things out well. Because I see no reason why you have an option to stay together just because because it's Canada we have been waiting for. Now just move. I wouldn't encourage that. I know a lot of spouses, yeah, one will be here, one will be other way. They cope, oh, they cope. Well, the truth is, it's not easy. What works for Mr. A may not work for Mr. B. If you have the strength to do it like that, me, I don't have the strength. I like to do things that gives me inner peace. Again, it's not even got to the point that I have to ask God, please, God, what is best for me? What's your best plan for me? Okay, if I'm in Canada with the kids and my husband is in the UK, will it be better? How will my husband cope? Okay, he will have coped, but it won't have been easy. How will I cope? I will have coped as well. It won't have been easy. But why going through the hard way when there's an easy way to it? If maybe I had not gotten a job in the UK, I would have even considered staying. After stressing myself to even get the job, at least the job will still bring something that will assist the family. Hope you are getting where I'm coming from. Eh? Hope you are getting it. At least there's no way ordinarily 20 hours work per week will be enough to take care of the family. You all know that. I looked at it. I said, let's all go back. Let's go back. Plan well for the relocation. Final relocation. And again, it's opportunity to know more about the UK. At least this little time I've spent here, I've known about them a little, their culture, their way of doing things, because I may not have the opportunity again. Even if I want to come, it could just be for a visit, because the truth is, Canada is still the main place where we still want to settle down. So let me just enjoy this my stay here while it lasts. Let the children enjoy their stay here too while it lasts, and my husband will also have this calm mind to finish his schooling, because the truth is, if we're away, he will keep calling to check on us. And again, I also looked at it in this Canadian application. He is the primary applicant. What if there is need for him to do something that requires his presence? Being the primary applicant, I will be helpless. I weighed it. I just weighed it that no, it's not, it won't be too good for me to start over struggling because I needed to, because I've been wanting to go to Canada. No, that was how we came back to the UK. So far, so good. UK has not been that bad. Does not be that bad. Just that there are no plenty job opportunities. Canada is stable economically, and we have a lot of multicultural activities there. A lot of people are in that Canada compared to the UK. Um, the truth is, wherever you are part time, it's your happiness that matters. When we were in Canada, I met a man, and he was like, he feels like going back to the UK, that he doesn't feel like staying in Canada. I was like, what? Say yes, that he just likes UK life. Everybody with whatever they love. That you love this place does not mean anybody will like it's your preference. So that's him saying he's choosing UK over Canada. And some people in Canada will tell you they can never leave Canada, they can only go to visit. So for those asking which has more benefit, the two have benefit depending on how you see it. We went to Canada as permanent residents, and as permanent residents, we have benefits. We came to UK as students or through study routes. So there's an extent to which we can actually do some things here. Though I can work more than 20 hours, my kids have free education. Now imagine I'm a permanent resident of UK. I will have more benefits as well. But you can't still compare it to that of Canada. So it just depends on how you see it. There are more job opportunities in Canada, fine. If you are considering immigrating, maybe you just want to quickly leave, UK is faster if you go through study routes. Before now, we applied for schooling in Canada. We got the admission, but we didn't get the visa. But if you apply for schooling um, for UK, at least there's every possibility that you get your visa, your study visa, provided you pay your tuition fee and you do your proper documentation. I got my UK visa in less than 3 weeks. That was pretty fast. So for now, to me, Canada has more benefits than UK. But last is what is good for you that you will work with. Yeah. I can still tell you that there are so many people in that Canada that are not happy, and they will tell you they feel like leaving. So do what works best for you. Do what works best for you. So because I'm in the UK, I just felt I can still be creating content on UK tips. You understand? At least while I'm still here. Although my flesh is here, but my spirit is in Canada. So when my husband is done with his studies, we will all move down. I'll be doing some UK tips. I'll still be bringing some Canadian tips. So if you have any question at all related to this Canada, even any other country that I know, yes, after making research and I've gone to verify and I see it's valid, I'll still be putting them on this channel so that we don't limit um, all these tips to Canada and UK. Okay, so expect more on this channel. If you have any question at all, I'm still that your favorite girl. And I know a lot of people will be wanting to know what delayed our application. We got to discover that through CBSA. If you want to know why our application delayed that long, leave it in the comment section because we learn every day so that you too you don't fall victim. Okay. So if you want to know what made the application to delay, just let me know. Well, I'm not an immigration agent. I will not ask anybody for money, but I get my information online and then through research and through reliable sources and also based on experience too. And in a way, I use it to assist people. So I will not ask you for money. I will just do my best to just be of help to anybody in this journey. Okay. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. And if you have not subscribed yet, kindly do. See you in my next one. Bye.